Eden Elementary.
The TEL survey, and as Mr. Quillen said, it is a survey of teachers to help with communication, to let you know, let the schools know, let the administration know, let the board know what is working and what is not working. And you notice my front page there, it says teaching, empowering, leading, and learning. And Kentucky says their goal is to change the teaching conditions in the school for the better so that teachers want to come to work every day and teach all students to achieve at high levels. And that's the goal of Martin County, and that's the goal that Mr. Meadows is trying to set out now, that the value in education in Martin County. The survey from teachers, and of course you also want to make sure that the day the survey is given that you've not upset anybody throughout the building with that. Make sure that your results are going to be favorable, I guess. So, but anyway, the survey allows us to see which areas that we are lacking in so that we can communicate with all stakeholders and work on improvements in your building. Because if conditions are favorable with teachers, if teachers are happy and have good working conditions, we all know that no matter what job we're working at, if we're happy and we have good working conditions, then we're going to be better employees, and if we're better employees, then our students are going to learn better, and ultimately that's what the board is trying to project to the community. That's what Mr. Meadows is trying to project to the community. That's what we are trying to project to the community. That is all about the students. If the students are getting the very best teaching from our teachers, then our scores are going to go up. But more importantly than just our scores are going to go up, our students are going to be prepared for the future. They're going to be able to go out here, get a job, and be successful citizens, and that's what we want. So communication is the way to get that goal out there. So the next page, he's talking about the TEL survey. The TEL survey is divided up into 8 categories, and those categories are up there. You can see time, facilities and resources, community support, managing student conduct, teacher leadership, school leadership, professional development, instructional practices, and support. That are the 8 categories that they asked all the questions. And there's quite a few questions under each category. What I did was I took, Mr. Meadows told us to be very brief and to not have as many slides. And last time I think I had 11 slides, and I was censored for that, So
now we have that 6 font.
I'm counting my slides, so I try to be as quick as possible, or as short as possible. But you also notice there's a lot of words there. But I went ahead and did a graph and went with the categories and the positive aspects and the negative aspects. Time. The one that we looked at and we talked about the most was teachers are protected from duties that interfere with their essential role of educating students. That's the main thing, educating students. And I had 92.3% of my teachers said that they felt like that their time in the classroom was protected. I felt very good about that as an administrator. The negative was their non-instructional time provided for teachers in my school is sufficient. Well, as a classroom teacher once myself, I don't think that we're ever going to be satisfied with that. So I think 50% is fine there. Facilities and resources, again, we picked up the positive. The physical environment supports teaching and learning, and the internet connections are sufficient. Physical environment supports teaching and learning at 100%. That's excellent. That's wonderful. That they feel safe there, that they can get their job done without any problem keeping them from doing that. The negative was teachers have sufficient access to office equipment and supplies such as copy machines, paper, and pens. 77% said that, so really when you look at 77%, I think that's pretty good. And that was during the time that we did have a little paper shortage there, Mr. James. So 77% was pretty good. I got to pick on somebody besides me. Community support, clear two-way communication with parents, guardians, useful information, and the school knows what's going on. 100%. Again, if you got 100%, you can't get any better than that. So we felt good about that one. Managing student conduct, policies and procedures are understood, rules enforced consistently, teachers supported by administration, teacher enforced rules, safe work environment, it was 100%. And in the negative, they said there was no negative there, and it was 96.3% that everyone was positive on that. So again, as an administrator, that made me feel very good at the beginning of that. Teacher leadership, teachers are recognized as educational experts. Teachers are trusted to make sound professional decisions about instruction, 100%. 68% of them on the negative side said that they have an appropriate level of influence on decision making. And again, there are some things that they can't have a decision on because, you know, it's just, there's certain procedures and certain rules through, whether it be through the board, through the superintendent, through the principal, that you just don't have a decision on. School leadership, high professional standards, using data to improve student learning. School council, parents, diversity, the school council making the decisions that positively impact instruction, 100%. 69% of teachers feel comfortable raising issues and concerns that are important to them. I wish that were higher. I need to work on that one to make sure that all my teachers and all my staff feel like they can come to me and if there's just a decision. So I'll be working on that one. Professional development, 100% of them felt like that the learning opportunities are aligned with the school's improvement plan, and CSIP is what drives the instruction, so I felt comfortable with that one. But the one thing that they did have a problem with that we need to work on as a district and as a school is that 70% of them felt like that the PD is evaluated and results are communicated to teachers. So we need to make sure that other 30% feel like they're getting some feedback on their PD. Instructional practices and support. Assessment data is informed instruction. The curriculum aligned with the CCS. Teachers are encouraged to try new things. 100% of them said they felt comfortable there. They did have 65% of them said they wished that the state assessment data was more available in time to make instructional practices, and that has changed this year. So looking over that, and also I just went ahead and printed out my comparison from 2011 for the first health survey we did to 2013, and even elementary had gone up in each category. So the first time the survey was given, we had some things that was positive, we had some things that was negative. The committee at school, myself, all of us worked on it, so I'm pleased to know that we did go up from 2011 to 2013, so that was encouraging in all areas, and I'm not going to go down through there and read all those again, but we did go up. In some areas, we did fall short as far as Martin County was concerned, but we are working on those areas. The next slide talks about those, some of the changes that we have made. This year, we changed our schedule. Now we have more common planning time for each grade level. It's been embedded in our master schedule, and all the teachers have commented on that, and they are pleased with that schedule. So that was one improvement that we made. Getting more parent involvement at our school. We've got a great volunteer program, but we're also doing a monthly newsletter to encourage our parents to keep them more informed. We're encouraging our volunteers to work with small groups, and we're having some success with that. Some of our parents still a little bit, they want to back off. They don't mind running off papers or things like that, but we're encouraging them to work with small groups and go into the classroom. And as they're doing that, their confidence is growing, so I'm getting more and more people to buy in to that. Our homeschool computer programs, such as our Math Facts and Flash, our Lexia, study island and things like that. We have more parents who are actually using this at home now, and teachers are even assigning some of this for homework, and we're finding that more kids are doing this and more parents are interested in doing this. We're getting more and more saying, what's the passwords on these so my student can do it at home. Our staff meetings and our PLCs, I'm using them to also encourage teachers to express their concerns, to talk to me more, to give me more communication so I can fix things. Because it's like if I don't know about it, I can't fix it. It's like any other problem. Once you know about it, you can take care of it. And our K-Prep results were released earlier this year for our analysis, so that was a big improvement. Teachers were satisfied with that. But overall, looking back at our TEL survey, we must be doing something right. And all of that is, you know, again, to my staff. I know that everybody else is going to say the same thing, but personally, I have the greatest staff in Martin County. I know that Mr. Phillips can't argue that. Or Dr. Fletcher's still here, he might argue with that. But I have the best staff, according to me, because they work very, very hard, and I give them all the credit for anything that we do.